up, y'all? What's up, divas? And what's up, divos? Your girl April, and today is going to be a review slash install, or basically tutorial on this fabulous hair that I have here, which is by Bougie hair. Yes, y'all, I said bougie. You know, like bougie, you know, you bougie, you too good. Like, if you ever seen the Bad Girls Club, and it was the episode, the season with Janelle, and she didn't want to share her juice, so they called it bougie juice. If you guys have never seen Bad Girls Club, then you gotta go watch it. But if you have, then you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the bougie juice. So Bougie Hair Company hit me up and asked me to do a review on their hair. Bougie Luxury, okay? So Bougie Luxury hair, when only the best will dare. Okay, so will do, excuse me. So hair when only the best will do. So you guys know I love hair. It's all about the hair, y'all. Hair is an accessory to me, like earrings that I got on. It is an accessory, and I love hair. Does not matter the origin, meaning if it's synthetic, if it's human, if it's synthetic virgin, if it's human virgin. I love hair because I get to be somebody different all the time, every day, all day. Okay, if I don't want to be blonde tomorrow, I'm gonna be blonde. If I want to be curly, I'm gonna be curly. Vice versa, short, nappy, wavy, you name it, I can be it. Okay, so I'm like, it's like an MIA type thing. So Bougie Hair is ran by two young ladies, mother and daughter team, which is awesome. So I highly support that. I love mother and daughter teams because I have 3 daughters of my own, and me and my oldest are like the best of friends. So we are like the mother and daughter team. So Bougie Hair has sent me some hair, and I did get a brush, a paddle brush or vent brush, which is really in handy, what comes in handy because I love brushes and combs and things like that. I have like this collection going on that I actually like to keep things because I have 3 daughters, so I need that. So each of their hair comes in plastic bags, you know, just the regular like factory bags and things like that. They did send me 3 bundles of hair, which I do believe is 22, 22, and 20 inches. And this is their virgin Brazilian hair, and it's just like the natural color. It does smell really good because it smells like it was washed, which is awesome. They do have like the little bougie labels going around it. Now, as for the bearding of the hair, let's take a look at this. Now, the one thing that I will suggest is when you're sending out hair to customers, whomever, make sure that the inches are labeled onto the hair because it makes it a lot easier for the customers to go ahead and just grab and start installing versus measuring it. So the wefts are double and they're pretty thick, which is great. I do have a closure with this, and it's just like a natural color, and it is a body wave, and I'll probably end up wearing this one like super straight because I wanted something really, really straight. So this is an 18-inch closure. So the hair is 20 inches, 22, and 22 because that is what I requested. So this actually is a 3-part closure that I was sent. Now, I've never, ever had a 3-part closure. So it's something different for me. I've made them, but I've never had one actually for my own self. And the 3-part closure makes it a lot easier for you so that you don't have to go and bleach it or just find your parting spot. Now, this is one of my favorite kind of closures because I love the closures that have the binding on the edges. It makes the closure a lot more sturdier, and this is a really sturdy closure. Some of them I've noticed when sewing them on, they stretch. And some of them stretch a little bit too much, where to me it seems like it stretches out of place to where it's kind of uneven. So this one is not really stretchable like that, which means it's a lot more sturdier, which is awesome. Now, it does have 3 parts in it, middle, left, and right. So here goes the parts. And that's one of them. It might have been tweezed a little bit too much, you know. It really is up to you. You can always camouflage that. So if the part is too big for you, you can always go ahead and camouflage it. My natural part is not that wide, so I would want it to actually mimic my natural part. But this is an 18-inch closure, which is really pretty. I will go ahead and start working on that wig tonight. I'm not going to bleach it, or I'm not going to bleach the closure or anything because it just takes more time. And to me, it's like, okay, well, I bleached the closure, and then I'm also going to go ahead and put concealer on it. Is just a waste of time for me, so I don't really feel like doing all of that. So Bougie Hair is located in Cali, and they do specialize in bougie hair, like, you know, for us bougie girls. So yes, this is their 20, 22, and 22 inches of their Brazilian body wave. So like I've had like virgin Brazilian body wave. I've had like a lot of different Brazilian hair. That's basically what I've done a lot of, is the body wave, the body wave, the body wave. And I guess it's very popular. As you know me, the video will be cut and dry unboxing, showing you what I did, and at the end, that way I don't have 3 parts to my video because I like to get right into it. So ladies, I hope you enjoy the remainder of this video. Okay guys, so I finally finished creating the unit by Bougie hair, and I'm gonna tell you something. This is like some gorgeous body wave hair, and I say this because a lot of times when I get body wave hair to review, it still has a wave, but the wave is so slight that it's not really noticeable like that. I would just say it's straight hair with a little bit of limp in it, or umph in it, or bump in it, but it's not really like wave like this. So basically this is like the 3rd hair that I've ever received that had like a lot of body wave and like a lot of wave, and I would think to call it loose wave because it was so waved up. So she's still in a mannequin head, and I just wanted to show you her before I put her on. But she is gorgeous. This hair is like actually beautiful. The cuticles, the shafts are super thick. This is only 3 bundles of hair and a closure. I actually made this work. Normally I'll use like 3.5, especially because the length was so long, 22, 22, and 20. You know, the longer the length, the shorter the weft. But I actually made it work, only because I didn't sew my tracks so close like I do. I normally sew them really, really close because I love like a lot of hair. But this, because it's so thick, is a lot of hair. The cuticles in this are like extraordinary. The ends are not dry or anything. You know, the hair is really waved up. So this is like a true body. The hair is like gorgeous, like very, very pretty. The color is like to me, like a number 2. It is a natural color, so if I had to compare this to any color on a color wheel sketch, I would say that this is more or less like a color number 2, so it isn't really dark, which is still a beautiful color. It's a very, very pretty hair. And I'm just very impressed with the actual waves that are in this. Like, you guys see this, like, banging, and it's just so thick. Like the hair is thick. Like when I say thick, like it's a nice thickness from the top to the bottom. Like really, the ends didn't get thinned out or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and put this unit on, and we're going to see how she looks from here. I didn't layer it, I didn't cut it, I didn't want to take anything away from it because it was just so pretty. So yes. What I'm going to do for this portion of the tutorial, or the video rather, is I'm going to just show you how I'm styling it. It's much easier to do it opposed to it on my head on video camera. So I just went ahead and actually sprayed some Aquanet onto the actual hair, and I'm going to take my wand curler, which is like 1 inch, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of basically twirl the hair as I wrap it around. So as you see here, I'm going to spray, and then I'm taking it and I'm kind of like twirling or twisting the hair as I'm wrapping it around the curling wand, so that the waves come out more defined. And as you can see here, they're really, really super bouncy. I like the Aquanet hairspray because it doesn't flake up, it's not super hard, and it's in an aerosol can, which makes the hair a lot easier to manage, as well as it'll tame any flyaways. This hair is beautiful, like really, really beautiful hair, and you only need to hold the curling wand on about 10-15 seconds, if that. Normally when I'm doing like regular curls, it takes me a longer time to curl the hair. So as you see, I am twisting the hair as I am wrapping it around, kind of like making my arm into like an 8 shape, just twirling and wrapping, so that way it comes out better. So ladies, let's see the finished look, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright y'all, so I went ahead and styled this bad boy. As you've seen in the video, I used my curling wand and kind of like twirled the hair or twisted the hair while I wrapped it around the curling wand, which gave me these beautiful like wavy kind of like beachy curls. I love these curls. This particular style actually took me no time. To curl this entire head was about 15 minutes versus when I do regular curls, it's about 30 to 45 minutes. It also holds a lot better to me than actual curls. However, over the days, the waves will fall and they'll become less in depth, but that's a cool thing because it'll look more even like loose waves would have. Really bougie right about now in this hair. This is some beautiful hair. I will tell you this, I was really amazed with the actual waves in this body wave hair, and like I said earlier, it's only because normally when I get a body wave hair to review or use, it's really not that wavy after you wash and condition it. It kind of like straight or not so straight, but it's kind of more or less the kind of like, I really can't explain it, but the waves were nothing like I showed you in this particular video with this particular hair. So I was really impressed. The ends were not fried, they weren't dried out. The hair cuticles, the strands are super thick. So these 3 bundles in enclosure did it for me. Normally I do like 4, but the way I sewed my tracks on this time around, I was able to just do 3 with the closure, and I love the fullness. Like, I like a lot of hair, I love it to be full of volume, and for this particular hair, this hair is like bomb. So yes, no lengths, I didn't layer it, I just left it as it is. It's 22 inches and I'm actually in love with it. Like, seriously beautiful. And I will say the hair is like gorgeous. It is a gorgeous hair, especially after it's washed and conditioned. It's like beautiful hair. I did wash and condition it with the Herbal Essence Deep Hydration, which is in like the blue bottle. And it was like super soft. You've seen the waves pop in. When it dried, I was like, wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hair. Now, the one thing that I wasn't too happy with is the actual 3-part closure. I normally don't do closures that already have parts in them because I've had experience with some of them were too wide, some of them were good. This one, for me, I wasn't like a huge fan of it because I feel like it's kind of too wide. And you may not be able to tell on camera real well, but to me, it was a little bit wide. For my taste, I don't like it so wide throughout here because it just seems like it's more detectable, more noticeable on your scalp where you place it at because it's so open. And my part is actually not as wide. What I would do is I would just part it somewhere else where there wasn't a part. It is a 3-part closure, but you can always part it elsewhere in between those parts, so that way it's not noticeable. And that's probably something that I would go ahead and do. The hair is beautiful. It's an 18-inch closure, 20-inch, 22, and a 22-inch bundle. I didn't even have to cut anything off of the ends because they weren't dry at all, which was really, really great. So with this particular style, I feel like a bougie, for real. Like, this is some bomb ass hair. And yeah, I may not have should have used that word, but this is what the hair is. I love it. It's beautiful, and the price is right. Not only that, but these curls are like gorgeous. I've never done this type of curl before, and I thought I would try something different, and I actually am feeling it. Less time for me, and it just looks really, really glamorous. So yes, y'all, Bougie hair, you can check them out on the web. I'll also post all their information below for you guys posted on this hair. But of course, you'll see me rocking her in some videos. She's really glamorous. I love the curls. I cannot wait to see how they look when they fall. So I will be back soon, divas and divos. I love you guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.